See Molly's costume.
Yeah.
That's the reason she couldn't wear it earlier.
Everything was ready. The moment God had been waiting for was here at last. God was coming to help his people just as he promised in the beginning. There was a young girl who was engaged to a man named Joseph. One morning, this girl was minding her own business when suddenly a great warrior of light appeared right there in her bedroom. He was Gabriel, and he was an angel, a special messenger from heaven. When she saw the tall, shining man standing there, Mary was frightened.
You don't need to be scared.
Gabriel said, God is very happy with you. Mary, you're going to have a baby, a little boy. You will call him Jesus. He is God's own son. He's the one. He's the rescuer.
But it's too wonderful.
Mary said, and she felt her heart beating hard. How can it be true? Is anything too wonderful for God? Gabriel asked. So Mary trusted God more than what her eyes could see, as she believed. I am God's servant, she said. Whatever God says, I will do. Now Mary and Joseph had to take a trip to Bethlehem, the town King David was from. But when they reached the little town, they found every room was full and every bed was taken.
Go away.
The innkeeper told them, there isn't any place for you. They couldn't find anywhere except an old tumble-down stable. So they stayed where the cows and the donkeys and the horses stayed. And there in the stable, amongst the chickens and the donkeys and the cows, in the quiet of the night, God gave the world his wonderful gift. The baby that would change the world was born, his baby son. Mary and Joseph named him Jesus. Which means God has come to live with us, because of course he had. That same night, in and amongst the other stars, suddenly a bright new star appeared. Of all the stars in the dark vaulted heavens, this one shone clearer. God must have thought shepherds were very important indeed, because they're the ones he chose to tell the good news at first. Standing in front of them was a huge warrior of light, blazing in the darkness. Don't be afraid of me, the bright shining man said. I haven't come to hurt you. I've come to bring you happy news for everyone everywhere. Today in David's town in Bethlehem, God's son has been born. You can go and see him. He is sleeping in a manger. Behind the angel, they saw a strange glowing cloud, except it wasn't a cloud, it was angels. Troops and troops of angels armed with light, and they were singing a beautiful song. Glory to God be fame and honor and all our hurrays. Far away in the east, 3 clever men saw the very same star.
He's here!
They shouted, he's here! They brought their most precious treasures of all, frankincense, gold, and myrrh. But Herod's advisors told the 3 wise men what was written in their books, what God had said about the baby king. Go to Bethlehem, that's where you'll find him. Sure enough, they found him, the baby king. The 3 men knelt before the little king. But this child was a new kind of king. Though he was the mighty God, he had become a helpless baby. This king hadn't come to be the boss, he had come to be a servant.